Hi y'all, I hope you had a wonderful day. I would like to continue with our conversation on forgiveness. My first story is about a man who was part of our family when we were growing up. In that, he used to come to our home often, and we used to really like him. Personally, I did really like him. He was a very good friend of my mom, and as you know, been raised by a single mom, so he brought that father figure aspect in our family. And when I was about 8 years old, I remember there's a day we had a concert in our church. We used to go to the same church as he did. We were basically family friends. His family, our family, we could visit each other and all that stuff. And it was just a good neighborhood. So I remember that night we were at the Christmas overnight kesha. Kesha is basically sleepover in church, and you praise and worship, and you dance and you pray. Yeah, so that night, after doing the play for Christmas in church, I wanted to go and use the bathroom. So I decided that I'm going to ask someone to lead me out, because it was pretty late in the night. Everyone seemed busy, so I decided, let me just go. And I went, and when I went, there was someone inside, so I waited outside for the person to come out. And I was just standing right outside the door while I was waiting. So that place where the bathrooms were, it's not so far from the main, like the sanctuary, so it's a little distance apart, but there was no lighting in the bathroom. So the only lighting available was the one inside the church, so you can picture that. So I decided to wait out there, and the person inside opened the door, and to my surprise, it was this guy. And he came, and he saw me, and he was like, "Oh, you want to use the bathroom?" And then I was like, "Well, obviously, yeah," because I really didn't have any negative thoughts then, or to think that, oh, probably he's up to something, or what. I was like, "Oh, okay, you come out," and then I go in. I didn't like tell him, but those were the things going through my mind. So in the process of him coming out and me going in, what happens is that once I got in, thinking that he's coming out, there was some sort of interchange there. You know, the way someone is walking past you and you're walking past them, the possibility to think that that person would come back and maybe say hi to you is almost zero. So this guy, apparently he came back in the room, the washroom, and he stood right in front of the door, and I was inside by that time, and he was right there in front of me, and I looked at him. I was scared. At that point, it hit me that something wrong was probably about to happen, or is actually in the process of happening right now, because I felt, first, we're just the two of us, and secondly, he seemed like he's trying to watch out, because he didn't close the door. He was trying to watch out if there was someone else who was coming. So he stood right in front of me, and he was saying, "Situfanye," and that means let's do it. And in my head I'm thinking, do what? I was so scared. I think the only thing I was thinking about at that time is to run away. So a thought came to my mind, because it was this tall guy and I'm this small little girl. Because he was standing right in front of me and his legs were apart. Thank God he gave me wisdom. I just managed to run through his feet, and I didn't use the bathroom that night. I just went home, and that was it. I didn't even tell anyone. No one knows. My mom has never known this story, so she's gonna be like, why didn't you tell me? Yeah, but in that moment and at that time, I knew I couldn't put it out here. So I just let it be silent, and the devil is a liar. He prospers in silence. So guys, speak up. Don't let the enemy lie to you that silence is good. Speak up on the wrong things. I'm sure if I'd spoken up then, Mom would have stopped him from coming to our house, and things would have been different. But I didn't do that, because in my little head I was thinking, oh, I'm going to spoil this friendship and relationship. So I stayed silent. But that was the beginning of anger and bitterness and resentment towards men, basically. And it piled up to other things over time, because the enemy thrives in silence. So catch me up on the continuation of this story on my forgiveness journey. This is your girl, Winnie Doxa. Hi. Oh, I mean, bye. See you. Cheers.